And welcome to EduSlam, where we take a few minutes to interview some of the world's most innovative educators. My name is Tanya Avrith. I'm from Montreal, Canada, and this is my lovely co-host.
I'm Holly from San Diego, and JoAnn, please take it away.
Hi, I'm JoAnn Delaney from Hershey, Pennsylvania, and I'm excited to share with you a really cool AppSmashing adventure that I did with my students. So here is some of the highlights. Whoop, let me go back. I need to share my screen with you.
I love this idea of AppSmashing.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so here you see some highlights from some of the locations in our beautiful town. We have Hershey Park, Hershey Chocolate, the Medical Center, and the Giant Center. And my students are going to share some information of science that's found around our town using some various apps that they were very excited about. So what we started with was an idea of taking a picture of science that students find in either their backyard, their neighborhood, or around town. So here, one of my students took a picture of one of the amusement park rides, and we were using an Educreation screencast and some QR codes to help to share some of the science that they found out about their picture. And I'm going to show you some of the apps and how we went about doing that. So the next piece was to show QR coding. And on the screen you should see qrstuff.com. This is a great app or a great website where you can choose to make various QR codes, and I'm going to click on Google Maps here, and as you can see, the screen changed a little bit, and we're out in San Francisco, but we want to bring it to the location where one of the pictures would be taken. So I'm just going to use the school address. And then click Go. And you can see that it's given us a tag. So at this point, we can pick a color that we want to change our QR code to, and then it will adjust over here for the QR code, and you can make it whatever color you want to, and then simply download the QR code. And the QR codes then were saved in the student devices, or if they were using netbooks, just saved on the hard drive. So after they made their QR codes, they had taken some pictures that I was showing you here, and the students, they used something called SidebySide App, which is really just a way of taking their pictures and putting them either next to each other or on top of each other. So here's two examples of those. So then I had shared with the students, this was kind of just to kind of give them an idea of what their audio part would be like once they put them into Educreations.
Wow. Look at these beautiful flowers. They're huge and they're bright red and they're growing in my backyard. But the original location where I purchased these flowers around town, you'll need to scan the QR code to find out.
And then they would go through and they would do some research and add in that research to their Educreation screencast. And here is an example that one of my students did.
Roller coasters are really, really fun, and there is a lot of science incorporated to make them fun. Electricity is needed to get up the awesome hills. The energy gets into the cart and pushes it up the hill. Then, gravity helps it get down the hills at high speeds.
So you can see they can write right on the screen.
Gravity is an invisible pushing force that pushes everything to the ground. When gravity pushes the roller coaster, it goes down the hill at really high speeds. This makes the ride fun and exhilarating. Scan the QR code to find out where this roller coaster is. But wait, before you get in line, make sure you're the right height. If you're too small, you could fly under the lap or fly out. So size up. Woohoo!
Okay, so when the students were working, when the students were working on their Educreations, they then were asked to take and use their QR code in that as well, so that we could take and use Google Maps and embed all of the different presentations, so that we could globally share the maps, and we could have students or anyone that has the map learn about the unique science in our town. So I'm going to show you next another one that the student did, but I'm going to access the link from inside of the Google Maps. So here we have the Giant Center ice rink, and when I click it, it brings up the link, and when you hold on a second. Wonder if I timed out.
Welcome to my world.
Oh. Yes. All right. Maybe because I had that link. No. All right. Well, let me go this way then. I do have the link up, so hopefully I'm going to be able to play it. There we go.
My science is an ice rink, and it's science because they have to first put concrete on the floor, and then they have to paint whatever they want to show up over the ice. After that, they put a thin layer of ice.
And I'm just going to stop there for a moment. So with the Giant Center one, for example, once they're in that map, you can actually, for some of the locations, you can go to a street view. So I had gone into the street view with this one. I'll just click back out. But when I put up the Google Maps for the Giant Center, when you click Street View, you actually get to see the location from the outside. And what's really neat about some of the locations that students did pick, that you can go inside too. And my students were just like, this is so cool. It was really, really neat. Now, the Sky Rush one that I showed you earlier, that one, if I can get that link to open in here, let me just refresh this and see if that works. So the Sky Rush is here. When I click that link, notice that it does have a link here to Hershey Park as well. We already did listen to this one, so I'm just going to click into the Hershey Park link. And here it brings you to Christmas candy lanes going on and all the events. So for someone that doesn't live in our area, it's really exciting that they can you know, learn about a place that might be, you know, somewhere across the world. Okay. All right. The next piece that I want to show you, I'm actually going to play a small segment from, because in addition to doing the Google Maps, we also embedded our Educreation screencasts in the LayAR app. And LayAR is another type of augmented reality. And in order to show you what it actually looks like, I needed to use two devices, so I have a little video clip here. I'm going to just, for a second, show you the map. So here is a map that I got from our local police department, and it has the entire district where my students live. So every place that they would have selected to take their picture would be found on this map. So in it are embedded links from the screencasts, but you don't see them. It just looks like a normal map until it comes alive using augmented reality. Whoops. So I'm going to play.
I want to show you one more thing. Here you see a Derry Township map, which we are going to use augmented reality to layer our links from our screencasts into the map. So let me show you how it works. You're going to use an app called LayAR, L-A-Y-A-R, or AR. You click and you open the link, and what you see is I'm using now my device to scan the picture on the computer. Okay? So then you click the screen and you can see the scanning occurring.
So all the links just popped up.
Once it scans it, all of the links become active, layered on top of it. So when you click on any one of the links, it will take you to an Educreation screencast that one of my students did. So you just click that.
So as you can see, we've just been able to access it through that augmented reality map. And again, if that map was shared with people around the world, our students would be able to connect in a very unique manner. So I hope that you enjoyed my slam.
No, it was a slam. We really enjoyed it.
Wow,
That was fantastic, and especially the last part with the LayAR app. That was really incredible. The rest was really incredible too, but that.
Well, just her process of getting there is really impressive. Like all of the, it really is layered. I mean, there's just so many there are so many unique, really amazing things going on. So thank you so much. JoAnn, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and where you teach, and just a little bit, anything about yourself?
Absolutely. And one other little thing that I did want to make sure that I shared is my students really like, there's a little yellow bird and it's called Chirp, C-H-I-R-P, and the Chirp is really, really fun. So if I wanted to, for example, share the URL address to go to qrstuff.com. You can share pictures, you can share, other, web addresses. But what's cool is I can actually then chirp it to my students, and if they have their app on, it's an audio sound that brings that URL to them. So if you listen.
We heard it.
So then you'd hear like a little clink that their device received it, and then they don't have to worry about typing in URL addresses. And of course, this was a really ambitious project for the first 2 weeks of school, but the kids absolutely loved it and exposed them to a lot of technology.
Wow.
So I'll wrap up, but this is my 21st year teaching. I've been in science 6th grade the entire time. Absolutely love being a middle school teacher. I can be wacky and fun with the students, and yet get them excited about learning and being hopefully lifelong learners and love of science. And I can be found on Twitter. I'm very connected and an active educator on there at Delaney JoAnn.
Well, thank you so much, JoAnn, and we hope to have you back again another time.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
Thanks. It was great. I learned a lot. In fact, I wrote down every app.
Awesome. Thanks so much.